I'm Emily Niebuhr at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. Looking at today's weather map today, the biggest low pressure system that we have is sitting in the Bering Sea near Bristol Bay, just off the coast, at 1,001 millibars. It has a front associated with it stretching across much of the central Alaska into the Brooks Range, and that's going to be a focus for widespread snowfall and some blowing snow over the next few days. We do have some advisories out for this expected snowfall. Again, in the lower Yukon Delta region, we're expecting 2 to 4 inches of snow through Tuesday morning and some blowing snow. As you go into the interior, we're expecting 4 to 8 inches of snow, especially along the Dalton Highway and travel corridors, up to 4 to 8 inches in the Brooks Range. So be careful if you're traveling in those regions through Wednesday morning. For tonight, that low pressure system moves onshore near the Yukon and Kuskokwim Delta areas and weakens slightly. Meanwhile, we have a low pressure system coming out of the western Bering, 1,004 millibars, bringing light rain and snow. We have a 1,003 millibar low in the Gulf of Alaska. As we move into Tuesday, that low in the Gulf of Alaska is going to be moving onshore near the Panhandle with its associated frontal system. So even though you've had fairly dry conditions across most of the Panhandle today, expect rain and snow showers in that region. Meanwhile, that low in the Kuskokwim Delta quickly moves to the northwest near the Brooks Range, bringing widespread snow again for those advisories, especially in the Brooks Range. Meanwhile, that low pressure system is taking its time in the Bering, but it is intensifying due to a high pressure system in the Chukchi is blocking its progression as we go into Wednesday. But its frontal system does reach the central Bering by Wednesday afternoon. Meanwhile, that low pressure system in the Gulf of Alaska continues to linger and bring widespread rain and snow showers along much of the Panhandle, although again in those areas nothing of advisory level is expected for your Wednesday. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm Emily Niebuhr.